Today, we're going to keep working with our Anga Laghava technique today. Last week, this technique is a special technique where we move only on the hold after exhale. Last week, we were working with it to try to emphasize the apana effect, the effect of releasing, eliminating. It will still have that effect as we work with it this week, but the bhavana, the intention, is more about doing something in a non-habitual way. Um, so uh, we will take a breath of inhale and an exhale, and then hold the breath out and do whatever the movement is, which has a very special effect. Um, what we're trying to do here, the reason to do something in a non-habitual way is to practice counteracting some scars. Some scars are automatic behavior patterns, and they exist all over the place. And every experience we have is either going to create a reaction which causes a new imprint or recall some previous reaction which um, reinforces an old imprint, or we could possibly have an experience that calls an old imprint up, but we don't react in the same way. This is what we're working to do when we do yoga. Um, be present to each experience as it happens and respond not because of the way you used to respond, but in a new and present way. So this practice is help in that direction. Anga Laghava. It translates as all over lightness. As we do the practice, we never want to create strain in the body. So if it's starting to feel like there's some strain or disruption in the breath, please just drop that technique for a couple repetitions and breathe however it's comfortable. Inhaling when you do a opening movement and exhale when you do a closing movement is the way that mostly that works. So no strain, but explore this new way of encountering the poses, which will be familiar. And by the way, you may also want to have a yoga block or a small stool handy for when there's a vinyasa coming up. So go ahead and gather that for a moment, and as you're ready, we'll find our samastiti, our beginning position. Taking a moment to arrive into this moment. Already this morning you've come from something and you're going towards something. Take the time of this practice to not be arriving or leaving, but just to be present and be here. So gather yourself in this moment, feeling yourself standing on your mat, noticing your feet against the floor, noticing the height of the body, the crown of the head reaching up. The breath at this point moving naturally. Take a moment to observe, to see where you're starting from. If you know the Ujjayi technique, you'll use that while we do the inhale and the exhale. If not, just a gentle breath in and out through the nose. We want to think of the inhale being slow and not just rushing in, and then the exhale being complete. So I will remind you, slow inhale, complete exhale. First we're moving into Uttanasana, a standing forward bend. We'll do 4 repetitions, and we're moving here on the hold after our exhales. Take an inhale gently through the nose, and take a complete exhale exhale, gently hugging the belly towards the spine and relaxing the shoulders. And then keep the breath out and float your arms forward and up. And stay here. Take a slow inhale. And a complete exhale, drawing the navel to the spine. And once the breath is out, hold your breath and bend forward while you hold the breath out. Come down into the forward bend, relax the neck, face, shoulders, and stay here. Inhale gently. Exhale completely. And then while you hold the breath out, we'll float up to the top. And stay here. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll keep the breath out and fold down again. Stay for the inhale slowly. Exhale completely. Feel that belly button pulling up to the spine, the neck and shoulders softening, releasing to gravity while you hold the breath out. Float up to the top. And stay. Slowly inhale. Completely exhale. And with the breath held out, bend down. Feel the belly button pulling up into the spine. Relax the upper body. Stay and take a slow breath in and out. And then with the breath held out, float to the top. One more time. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale completely. Keeping the breath held out. Bend down. Stay and breathe in gently. And out completely. And with the breath held out, float to the top. Stay, breathe in slowly. And out completely. And then while you hold the breath out, bring your arms down the front. And then relax the breath. Samastiti. Arrive in Samastiti. Do as little rearranging, wiggling as possible. Just find your steady stance. Standing evenly on the front and back of the feet, the inside and the outside of the foot. Lifting tall through the spine. Feeling the chest being open without being thrust. Feel yourself lifted through the crown of the head and the shoulders soft, the face soft. Breath moving naturally. As you observe internally, any changes, anything worth noting here. We're going to move into a Parvati Trikonasana. So we'll take a wide stance, lengthwise on the mat. Feet comfortably wide and parallel to each other. Twisted triangle, moving on the hold after exhale. If any strain starts to come up, just please move on your inhale and your exhale. Take a little break if you need to. So we begin in this position. Stay in inhale and exhale. When the exhale is complete, keep it out. Float your arms up to shoulder height. Turn your palms up and stay here and gently inhale and exhale. And then keeping the breath out, we twist. Right hand to the left foot. And stay. Breathe in slowly and out completely. With the breath held out, float back up to the top. Arms wide, chest lifted. Stay here. Inhale, exhale. And then with the breath held out, we twist the other way. Left hand to the right foot. Chest turning. You can turn and look up at the right hand if it's comfortable. Stay for an inhale and an exhale. As you hold the breath out after the complete exhale, float back up to the top. And we'll stay. Inhale. And exhale. Keeping the breath held out, we twist again. Right hand to the left foot. Turning the spine, look up if you like, and stay for a complete breath. And with the breath held out, float up to the top. Shoulders soft, palms turned up, stay for a complete breath. And then twist away as you hold the breath out. And stay for a complete breath. As we hold the breath out, float up to the top again. Stay and inhale and exhale, preparing for the third repetition. With the breath held out, twist right hand to left foot. Stay as you inhale slowly. Exhale completely. And with the breath held out, float up to the top. Inhale and exhale here. And with the breath held out, twist left hand to right foot. Stay for a breath. On the hold after exhale, float up to the top and stay for a breath here. This final repetition, please do on your own. Keep moving on the hold after exhale. And the final movement will be lowering the arms to the sides as you hold the breath out. And then relax the breath. And we'll step to Samastiti at the back of the mat, again with as little fussing and rearranging as possible. Find your simple standing balance, steady and relaxed. Breath moving at its own pace. Attention directed inward. Observe. So you will notice there is definitely an element of tapas here. Tapas means burning effort. It's self-will, discipline. And it actually means to cook. So you might be feeling yourself get a little bit warm. That's good. We're heating up in order to burn the old patterns. We're going to move into Ardha Utkatasana, the half squat. And I'm going to just continue to guide, moving on the hold after exhale. Again, if you need to modify that, please move with your breath. This is a counter pose, so this is a good time to go back to the usual breathing patterns if that would be helpful. So we'll remain in Samastiti and slowly breathe in and completely breathe out. And then with the breath held out, float the arms forward and up. And we'll stay here and breathe in slowly and out completely. Hold your belly button towards your spine as you bend your knees and fold forward over your bent knees. Relax your neck and shoulders and then stay while you inhale and exhale. Get your feet against the floor. Hold the breath out. Float up with your arms, then your chest, then straighten your legs. Stay here and breathe in. And breathe out. Pull the belly to the spine. And with the breath held out, bend your knees and fold down. And the stretching, lean back, relax your neck and shoulders. Head heavy, stay down when you take an inhale and an exhale. Your hands might be on your knees or down on the floor, whichever is more appropriate. Hold the breath out as you float back up to the top. Stay for a breath. And as you hold the breath out again, bend the knees and fold down. Stay in the forward bend, breathe in and out. Hold the breath out while you rise up to the top. Stay up and breathe in slowly, out completely. And with the breath held out, Bend your knees, fold down. And gently take a breath in and out. When the exhale is complete, hold the breath out. Lift yourself up to the top. And stay while you inhale and exhale. And then breath out, we're lowering the arms down the front. Settle into Samastiti. Let the control of the breath go. It might need to move quickly now, and your heart might be beating at a pretty good pace. Go ahead and let it do that. Observe that activity without reacting to it. Steady the physical form of the body. Feel your feet against the floor. Stand in a balanced way so that the front of the foot, the back of the foot, the inside, the outside of the foot all have equal weight on them. Get yourself standing tall, but also in ease. Take a few more relaxed breaths, allowing the system to calm down a little bit. Keep internal observation. Notice what's happening to the pace of the breath. No need to control it yet, but just observe. Perhaps it's slow. A vinyasa that has another standing twist in it. So another way of doing the same thing. This is an approach you could take. One faced with a situation. Is there a way I could approach the same situation? This is the pose that you may like to have a block or a small stool for. So get that ready. We're going to go into a position with the left leg forward and the block or the stool, or you can use a folded blanket. We'll go inside the left foot. So I'm going to feel where the pelvis is and keep the hips square to the wall in front of you as you externally rotate the right foot. Just a little bit. It's not going too far out. You want to be able to move it out to the side just slightly so that your hips don't turn to the right. Your belly button is still pointing straight forward. Just your legs turned out slightly. And then keep that amount of turnout as you step forward with the left leg. And then check in with your balance here. You may want to put your left foot a little bit wider. There is going to be a balance element to this. And if you're going to use a prop, put it right inside your left foot. We're going to move into Virabhadrasana, the warrior pose, into a forward bend, and then from there into a standing twist. And we continue to do this all on the hold after exhale. Of course, modify the breath if necessary. So we'll begin. Inhale slowly. Exhale completely. And then with the breath held out, raise your arms, bend your left knee. So your left ankle and knee are in line. Keep that right heel solid on the floor and stay here while you inhale. And exhale. And once the breath is out, we're going to straighten the front leg and fold forward. Your hands can come onto the leg for this part if you like, but you're going to want contact with the floor when we go to the twist. After you've had your breath, I'm going to press down into your right hand, raise the left arm, open the chest, and then stay in the twist for an inhale and an exhale. As you hold the breath out, we'll fold forward. I like to make a fist so I can have my wrist straight. You can also use your fingertips on the mat. Stay here for a breath. And then when you hold the breath out, bend your front knee. We'll lift up, open the chest, and we'll stay here and inhale and exhale. And then with the breath held out, arms come down, legs straightens. We'll stay here and inhale. And exhale. And then begin the second repetition. With the breath held out, raise the arms, bend the front knee, align the front ankle and knee. Stay here while you breathe in and out. To whatever degree it's comfortable, you can lift the breastbone. As you hold the breath out, we'll fold forward. Plant your hands with your fists or your fingers or your block. Stay for a breath, and then with the breath held out, twist. Lift the left arm, turn the chest. Look up if you can and stay for a breath. And with the breath held out, we bend forward. If the front leg needs to be a little bent, that's fine. Stay here while you inhale and exhale. With the breath held out, bend the front knee, lift up, raise your chest up, away from your belly, and stay for a breath. And then with the breath held out, arms down, front leg straight. If you need a resting breath, you can catch one here. We'll inhale slowly. Exhale completely. And with the breath held out, bend the knee, raise the arms. Stay while you inhale. Stay while you exhale. And with the breath held out, straighten your leg and bend forward. Stay for an inhale and an exhale. We're going to plant that right hand. And then with the breath held out, lift and open. Left arm up and stay in the twist for an inhale. And an exhale. Keep the breath held out. Bend forward. And stay. Breathe in slowly. And out completely. And with the breath held out, bend the knee, raise the arms, lift and open your chest. Stay here, breathe in slowly. And out completely. And keep the breath out. Lower the arms, straighten the legs. We have one more repetition. Slow breath in. Complete breath out. Hold the breath out. Raise the arms and bend the knee. Lift into Virabhadrasana. And stay for a breath. With the breath held out, down to Parsvottanasana, legs straight. And stay in the forward bend for an inhale. And an exhale. Plant the right hand with the breath held out. Lift the left, open, and stay here while you breathe in and out. And then fold forward and you hold the breath out. Stay down in the forward bend for a breath. And with the breath held out, lift back up to the warrior. Stay, breathe in and out. And with the breath held out, arms down, front leg straight. Pause. Relax the breath. Settle your attention to your feet for a moment. And then step the left foot back to join the right. Bring the feet parallel to each other. Look down at them. Check that they're even. And then find your Samastiti. So you may experience as the vinyasa becomes more challenging that the breath is not that long. And that's okay. In this situation, we're not going to have our longest inhale and exhale. However, tapas, discipline is going to be that we're not just going, okay, so we don't want to just bellow the breath in and out. When we get to the position, let the breath come in as slowly and gently as it can, even if it's only 3 or 4 seconds. Let it have a quality of control, not just desperately gushing in. So give yourself a couple more free breaths to allow the body to settle a little bit. It's a rather challenging vinyasa, no matter how you move the breath. If it's too much to use the Anga Laghava, you can move on your inhales and your exhales, or you could play with moving only on your exhales, which should give you a little bit of that effect. no strain. It's always my original yoga teacher used to call it working on your edge. So you want to give yourself enough challenge, but not too much challenge. You don't want to create strain or, of course, injury. So we're constantly balancing, and this is what Sthira Sukha is all about. Am I working hard enough? Am I concentrating? Is it taking some effort and concentration? Yes. But also, am I still having a sense of ease and comfort in the body? Yes. Hopefully we want both of those things to be happening. So modify if necessary. The asana practice is always meant to serve you rather than you serving the asana practice. Okay, let's go to the other side. Place the hands on the hips and steady the pelvis. Keep the hips still. I'm going to pivot on your left heel just a little bit. Turn the left leg out just slightly. That should not affect the position of your navel. And then step forward with the right foot. You find that you want your right foot a little bit wider. If you have a prop, put it right inside the right foot. And then find your good starting position. So you're standing in both of your feet. Recalibrate your awareness. And then slowly breathe in. Completely breathe out. Keep the breath out. And then raise the arms and bend the right knee. Align the right ankle and knee. And stay while you inhale. And exhale. Then keep the breath out. Straighten your leg and bend down. And we'll stay with the inhale. And the exhale, make sure your left hand is planted. And then when you hold the breath out, raise the right arm, open the chest. Look up if it's okay for your neck and stay for a breath in slowly. And out completely. And then keeping the breath out, fold back onto the forward bend. Relax your neck. Stay here, breathe in slowly. And exhale completely. The exhale is actually a chance to regather. Hold the breath out when you lift the knee, the arms, the chest. Stay and inhale. And exhale. Gently lengthen the exhale. Be sure it's complete. Soften your shoulders and hold the breath out. Lower the arms and straighten the leg. We'll stay breathing slowly. Try not to let it be reactive. And out completely. Feel your feet underneath you. Keep the breath out. Raise the arms and bend the front knee. And we'll stay. Inhale slowly. Exhale completely. Pull the navel in. Hold the breath out. Bend down. Straighten your front leg as you fold forward. Let your head be heavy. Relax the neck. Stay for an inhale. And then exhale. Be sure that your left hand is planted. And then hold the breath out. Raise the right arm. Open the chest. Reach up with the right hand and stay for a breath. And then hold the breath out. Fold forward. And stay down for a complete breath. Inhale, exhale. Holding the breath out. We'll lift up to the top, bending the knee, raising the arms. Stay for an inhale. Letting the chest fill. Stay in for an exhale, filling your belly button. Come to your spine. Hold the breath out. Lower the arms and straighten the leg. And then slowly breathe in and out. And if you need a little recovery breath, this is the place to take it. Third repetition with the breath held out. Raise the arms, bend the front knee. Stay in, inhale. And exhale. Keeping the breath held out. Fold forward, straightening the front leg. Stay for a breath. Plant the left hand. Keep it steady as you raise the right. Turning the chest, lift up. And stay for a breath. And then hold the breath out. Fold forward. And stay for a complete breath. Keeping the breath held out, we'll lift up to the top. And stay while you inhale and exhale. And with the breath held out, arms down, front leg straight. We completely. With the breath held out, raise the arms and bend the knee. Stay for an inhale and an exhale. And with the breath held out, fold down as you straighten the leg. Take the complete breath here. Make sure the left hand is planted. And enter the twist as you hold the breath out. And stay for a complete breath cycle. And with the breath held out, bend forward again. Relax the neck. Stay down in the forward bend for a breath. And keeping the breath held out, we'll lift up to the top. And stay for an inhale and an exhale. And with the breath held out, arms down, front leg straight. Pause a moment here, relax the breath. Feel your feet against the floor. And then step the right foot back to join the left. Look down, align the feet, and then find your Samasthiti. Relax the breath. Let the breath flow. Observation. Find the even stance. Even in and out, front and back, side of the feet, and also evenly on each foot. Legs nice and long. Spine lifted, but also soften your shoulders and your chest and your face. Breath continues to fill this shape. In and out at its own pace. Doesn't have to be deep at this point. Doesn't have to be anything. Just allow the breath to breathe itself. Now we're going to take another set of Ardha Utkatasana. This time we're going to do it in the way that is habitual to you, but do it with concentration, not on automatic. So we'll be moving as we breathe in and we breathe out. I would like you to bring a little extra attention to the exhale by taking a moment or two after the breath is out and hold the breath out gently. We'll do 4 repetitions of Ardha Utkatasana, moving with the breath, and we're going to lower the hands down between each repetition. So here's a chance to notice the quality of the breath, keeping it long and smooth, or I should say lengthened and smooth, whatever that means. As you inhale through the nose, lift your arms forward and up. And as you exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. And drape your body over your thighs. Let your hands come down to your knees or to the floor. Relax the neck, and then with your inhale, float up. Raise the arms, lift the chest, straighten the legs, lift up. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your arms down the front. Take your full extended exhale to bring the arms down. We'll do it like that 3 more times. Inhale, flip the arms forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Lengthening of the back, relax the neck, and then inhale, float up to the top. And lower your arms down the front as you exhale. 2 more times like that. Breath long and smooth. Inhale, arms forward and up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold down. Drape your body over your legs. Relax your neck and shoulders. And inhale, float up to the top. And exhale, bring the arms down slowly. Last repetition on your own, please. Settle to Samastiti. Some of you have done that posture many times, thousands of times probably. Even if you haven't done it thousands of times. Was it different after the previous practice? Did you have a little bit different awareness of the very usual way of doing the half squat after having moved your body in an unusual way? Taking a new perspective will give us a possibly different interpretation of something that's very familiar. Okay, we're going to do a vinyasa, which is going to be a bit challenging. It could potentially, if you're up for it, contain an upward dog and a plank. And we're going to work with the moving on the hold after exhale. The first time through, I'm going to offer a variation without the up dog and the plank so that you have that. And then the next three, I'll show you those more challenging variations. If you're up for it, you're welcome to include the up dog and the plank on this first round. Again here, we're moving on hold after exhale as long as it's not creating any strain. So a really great practice is to know the difference between a concerted effort when something is challenging, but you can do it without injury or strain, or when it's too much and when you need to modify. To that end, I'm going to come and sit with my toes tucked under on my heels between each repetition. This may or may not work for you. If it doesn't work for your knees, you can just come to a standing position. And the tucking under of the toes can be quite intense for some people, so observe. Is it something you can meet with a calm breath? Is it just challenging, or is it potentially injurious? We, of course, don't want to create any harm in the body. So please take care of yourself. If it's not comfortable to sit on your heels with your toes tucked under, you could sit on your heels with your toes pointing out behind you, or you could simply stay tall on the knees. So please take care of yourself. I am going to instruct the Anga Laghava, the move on hold after exhale, and I'm offering you the slightly modified version on this first time through. I'll give you the instruction for both. So begin here, whatever kneeling position works for you, and take an inhale and an exhale. On the hold after exhale, raise your arms. If you were down low, you're going to lift up tall onto the knees, open the chest, and stay here and inhale and exhale. As you hold your breath out, we're going to fold all the way down to the floor, hips back to the heels in child's pose, hands down on the floor. So you can go to up dog here if you like. After your breath, the modification is simply to rise up onto all fours, or you can move on to up dog, and then we stay for an inhale and an exhale. Then with the breath held out, we're going to tuck the toes and go to downward facing dog, pushing up towards the ceiling, and staying in down dog. Take a breath in and out. With the breath held out, you might go to plank, or you can modify into a knee hover. Bend the knees and just let the knees hover above the floor, pushing away with your hands. In both cases, stay for a breath in and out. And then as you hold the breath out, we're going to move back to child's pose. And stay for a breath in and out. Sorry, that was not supposed to be child's pose. That was supposed to be all fours. Excuse me. From that all fours, we'll go down to the child's pose. And from the child's pose with the breath held out, Lift your arms, stand tall, open the chest. Stay where you breathe in and out. And then with the breath held out, lower the arms. Sit down on the heels if you like. Okay, so many things at once there. So from the plank or the knee hover, we come to hands and knees, which you probably did, especially if you were in the plank. So continue to use the modification if you like. This time I'm going to do the up dog and the plank with you. Modify the breathing as necessary. Stay inhale, slow breath in, exhale completely. Keep the breath held out and raise up the arms, open the chest. Stay inhale and an exhale. And then with the breath held out, move down to child's pose. Extend those arms way out in front of you. Stay down for your inhale and your exhale. So we're going to move to either up dog or hands and knees position as the breath is held out. And then stay for a breath. If you're in up dog, make sure you pull your shoulders down when you lift your chest up. And with the breath held out, tuck your toes. Go to downward dog and stay for a breath. With the breath held out, you can come forward to plank or bend your knees and hover the knees above the floor. Stay while you inhale and exhale. With the breath held out, you will bring your knees down to the floor and then stay on the hands and knees as you inhale and exhale. With the breath held out, hips to the heels. Stay in the child's pose for a complete breath. And then with the breath held out, lift up, open the chest. Stay while you breathe in and out. And with the breath held out, sit down on the heels, lower the arms, and stay in. And now preparing for the third repetition, modify as necessary with the breath held out. Float the arms forward, now standing tall on the knees, lift and open the chest. Stay for an inhale. And for an exhale. And with the breath held out, all the way down to the floor, arms fully extended in front of you. And stay while you breathe in and out. We're going to hold the breath out and slide forward into up dog or come to hands and knees. Lift the chest, pull the shoulders down, stay for a breath in and out. With the breath held out, tuck your toes and go to downward dog. And stay for a breath. With the breath held out, we're going to move to plank. Or you can come to hover your knees above the floor. Stay for an inhale and an exhale. With the breath held out, the knees come down. We stay, breathe in. And breathe out. Hold the breath out, go to child's pose. And stay for a complete breath. And holding the breath out, lift your arms, stand tall, open the chest. Stay and breathe in and out here. And hold the breath out, sit down on the heels, lower the arms. Take a complete breath. If you need a natural relaxed breath, go ahead and do that. We have one more repetition. Hold the breath out as you raise the arms, lift and open the chest. Stay for a breath in and out. With the breath held out, float all the way down to the floor, extend the arms fully. And stay down, breathe in slowly and out completely. With the breath held out, you lift to up dog or hands and knees position. And take a complete breath here. And on the whole, move to downward dog. And stay for a breath in and out. With the breath held out, come to plank. Stay while you breathe in slowly and out completely. With the breath held out, knees come to the floor. Let's inhale and exhale. Keep the breath held out as you move to child's pose. Stay, breathe in slowly and out completely. And keep the breath held out. Lift up tall onto your knees. Open the chest and stay. Inhale. Exhale. And keep the breath held out as you lower your arms and sit down on the heels. And relax the breath. Now you might have quite a bit of movement of the breath, heart beating. That's fine. Let it be. If you can continue to stretch your toes, go ahead and do that if that's too much. We're going to head for the back line. So when you've had enough of this, if you need to get onto your back, feel free to do that. So lying on the back. And let's start with the knees hugged into the chest. Placing one hand on each knee, allowing the shoulders to relax. Separate your feet softly. Once again, we're going to move with the breath. So we're going back to what you would expect and doing Apanasana. With your inhale, you float your knees out away from the chest. Soften your shoulders and face. As you exhale, gently pull your knees in towards your breastbone. Pull your belly button to your spine. Soften your elbows and your face, and then pause. Let the breath stay out for a couple seconds. Exhale, gently pull the thighs in. Soften the shoulders. Let your lower back stretch. Relax. Let the breath out for a moment. Inhale, float the knees away from the chest. And gently pull them in again. Pause. Let the breath out. One more time. Then bring your feet down to the floor. We're going to keep the knees bent so the soles of the feet are on the floor. Feet are in line with the sit bones. They don't have to be too close to the sit bones, but just sit bone distance apart from each other. Relax your arms down at your sides. Relax the breath. Let the body settle down into gravity for a moment. As you release the control of the breath, keep the mind observant. Watch the natural flow of the breath. Notice the sensation of the body dropping into gravity. Now prepare for Dvipadapidam. Pelvis and stretch the arms up and back to the wall behind. We're going to return to the Anga Laghava breathing technique, moving on the hold after exhale. So we'll begin and inhale slowly and exhale completely. Hold the breath out, raise the hips to the ceiling, stretch your arms up and back to the floor behind you. And stay while you breathe in and while you breathe out. Keep the breath held out and lower yourself down. I forgot to mention, if you have something behind your head, best to take it out for this particular pose. So stay down here. Breathe in gently. Out completely. Keep the breath held out and raise the hips, stretch the arms up and back. And stay for a breath in. And out. Feel the belly pulling to the spine. And then keep the breath held out as you roll down through the spine and lower the arm. Stay down here and inhale. If your back is at all sore, press your lower back down to the floor while we stay in this position. With the breath held out, we'll lift up again. Stay for an inhale, feeling the chest expand. Keep pressing into your feet, raising your hips to the ceiling. Exhale, feel your belly button pulling into your spine. Keep the breath held out. Roll down through your spine. Lower your arms. You can keep the back flat if you need a little extra stretch. Relax your shoulders. Stay for a breath in and out. Last time, holding the breath out, lift up to the top. Stay while you inhale and exhale. And then keeping the breath out, lower yourself down. And then relax the breath. Give the breath a moment to settle. Keep the attention here. We're going to draw the knees to the chest. Now we're going to double leg lift. If you are comfortable including an arm lift as well, you can raise the arms up overhead behind you. It may be better for you to touch the backs of the thighs and support the legs as you do this. While we take our breath between the movements, if it's creating a lot of strain in your hips or your back or your belly to keep your knees into your chest, you can have your feet on the floor. So please modify this so this serves you the best way possible. Hands on the back thighs if you like, or at your side as we inhale and exhale here. And then with the breath held out, we're going to raise both legs up to the ceiling. If you'd like, you can take your arms up and back to the floor behind you as well. And we'll stay here and inhale and exhale. It may be better for you to have your hands on your legs. After the exhale, hold the breath out, lower the arms, bend the knees, and if it's better for you to put your feet on the floor, do that. And we'll stay and inhale slowly. Exhale completely, and with the breath held out again, the legs go up. Optionally, you can extend the arms or touch the back of the legs to support them. Stay here for an inhale and an exhale. With the breath held out, we bend the knees, lower the arms. Knees can come to the chest, or if it's better for you, feet to the floor. We'll stay breathing slowly. And out completely. And again, with the breath out, raise the legs. Try to keep your tailbone down, or at least your sacrum down. Stay while we inhale and exhale. So your hips shouldn't be way lifted off the floor. If they are, bend your knees a little bit and hold the thighs. While you hold the breath out, bend your knees and lower your arms. Take the breath here. And last time, while you hold your breath out, extend the legs. Take the arms up and back if you like. Stay for a breath. And then while you hold the breath out, bend the knees, lower the arms. Knees can stay into the chest if that's comfortable, or go down to the floor if that's better. We're just going to pause and relax the breath for a moment. If your feet are on the floor, we'll bring the knees to the chest. We're going to do a simple twist, keeping both knees bent. We'll move into the twist with the breath held out, and then we're going to stay for 4 breaths. And hold the breath out for 4 counts after every exhale. When we're done, we're going to move back into the center, holding the breath out. So the active movements will take place still as the breath is held out. Begin with your knees into your chest and breathing slowly and breathe out. With the breath held out, both knees are going to travel over to the left side. If you like, left hand can support the right leg. We'll stay here. Inhale. Adjust your right arm wherever it's comfortable. Exhale. Then hold the breath out for 4. Relax your right shoulder. Stay here and inhale. Exhale, pull the belly to the spine, soften your face, your right shoulder. Then when the breath is out completely, hold it out for 4 counts. Inhale again gently. Exhale completely. Hold the breath out for 4. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. This time while you hold the breath out, we're going to move the knees back up into the center, arms wide. And stay, breathe in slowly. Out completely. And with the breath held out, we'll move the knees over to the right side. If you like, right hand can come to the left knee. Adjust your left arm. Stay here and inhale. And exhale. And with the breath held out for 4. Stay and inhale. And exhale. Again, count 4 after the exhale is complete. Inhale slowly, gently. Exhale completely. Hold the breath out for 4. And one more time. And while you hold the breath out, move the knees back into the center. Stay here while you inhale. And exhale. And then bring your feet to the floor. Knees are going to stay bent. Soles of the feet on the floor. Arms a little bit wider than your mat. Palms up. Soften. Relax your breath. Give it to gravity. Keep the mind present inside the body, inside this experience. And now we're going to return to Apanasana. Bring the knees to the chest. One hand cupped over each knee, fingertips pointing towards your toes. Soften your elbows and your shoulders. Relax your face. We're going to take 8 repetitions moving with the breath. So we'll begin by inhaling, letting the knees float gently away from the chest. With the exhale, hug the knees in close to the belly for the chest, and then hold the breath out gently for 4. Inhale, float the knees away from the chest. Soften the chest, allow the belly to expand. Then exhale, pull the belly to the spine. Hug in, soften your shoulders, your neck, your face. Hold the breath out for 4. Twice more like that. Inhale, float the knees away from the chest. Allow space for the breath to come in. And exhale, gently pull the thighs in close. Relax as you hold the breath out for 4. Again, inhale. Gently expand chest, then belly. Exhale, pull the thighs in. And gently hold the breath out for 4. Do it 4 more times like that on your own. If the hold after exhale wants to get a little bit longer, go ahead and let it. No strain as you hold the breath out. When you finish those 4 repetitions on your own, we're moving into Shavasana, final relaxation. So please move slowly as you prepare your body to relax. If you're warm enough, you may just simply stretch your legs out. Or please feel free to cover up. If your lower back is tight, place a rolled up towel or blanket behind your knees or an extra yoga mat. If your neck feels uncomfortable, please feel free to support your head. Take the palms up, hands slightly wider than your mat to open the upper back and the chest. As we relax, we completely release the control of the breath. Breath takes whatever speed it naturally does. It may be deep, it may be shallow. Let go of the control of the breath. Check with the body. See that it's comfortably situated. The feet about as wide as the mat. The hands a little bit wider than the mat. Make any last adjustments. And then drop down into the relaxation. Softening the feet and the legs. Relaxing the pelvic girdle, the abdomen, up the length of the spine, softening to the thorax. Relaxing all the way down the arms to the fingertips. Up the neck, relaxing the head into the floor. And soften the face. Breath breathes itself, attention in the body. the body at rest. Notice the natural flow of the breath. Preparing now to move slowly up into a seated position. Kind of draw a slow breath in. Move your fingers and toes. And as you're ready to extend the arms up overhead, reach the arms long, stretch the feet and hands away from each other. From that long stretch position, take a moment and press the lower back down to the mat for a moment. And relax that. Soften the stretch. Lower the arms down to your sides. And in your own time, we'll turn to the right side. Bend the knees for a moment into the chest. Slowly bring yourself up to a seated position from that side position as you're ready. We'll find a good, comfortable, steady seat up on the edge of a chair or with the support of a cushion. A position that allows you to root your sit bones down and gently lift your spine up without creating strain. We'll work with just a little bit of alternate nostril exhale. So the inhales will be gently ujjayi, if you know it, through both nostrils. So there's a little constriction whispered in the throat. And then we relax the throat. And we're going to alternately exhale through the left nostril and then the right nostril. As we're moving the hand up and down, we want to be holding the breath gently. Just pause with the breath either in or out gently. The mudra for the controlling hand, right hand, is the first two fingers bent down towards the palm. The thumb will control the right nostril, the ring finger the left. If you need to use your other hand, go ahead and do that. If the mudra is too complicated, you can just do whatever hand variation will be helpful for you. So we're going to begin and inhale slowly through both nostrils. Then pause with the breath. Raise your hand and cover the right. Exhale out through your left nostril. Nice, slow, gentle, complete flow of breath out through the left nostril. Then lower the hand and breathe in gently through both. Slight whispered sound in the throat. Ah. Hold the breath while you raise the hand. Cover the left and breathe out through the right. Hold the breath out while you lower the hand. Inhale through both nostrils. Hold the breath, lift the hand, and exhale through the left side. Lower the hand and then inhale, ujjayi, breathing in through both nostrils. Hold the breath out while you lift your hand and exhale through the right. We're going to continue to follow this pattern. Please count the breath as it comes in. Lift the hand, exhale through the left. And see if you can make sure that that exhale is at least as long as the inhale. Lower the hand, inhale through both nostrils. Count the breath in. Exhale through the right and match the length or even surpass the length. Exhale is going to be equal to or longer than inhale. Continue to count. Inhale through both. Exhale through the left. And if you can make the exhale just a little bit longer this time, go ahead and do that. No strain. Hold the breath out. Inhale and count the breath in. Hold while you lift the hand. Exhale through the right and the exhale just a little bit longer, maybe 1 second longer this time. And continue like this. Inhaling, counting the breath. Exhale left. Gently extend the length of the exhale. You can let it get very slow, maybe even twice as long as the inhale. Inhale through both. Lift the hand and exhale through the right and really slow that exhale down. Now strain again, just making it more and more subtle. Inhale through both. Exhale left. Lengthening and smoothing the exhale, extending it gently. Breath is held out as you lower the hand, breathing through both. Extend the exhale through the right nostril. And then lower the hand. We complete the pranayama when you're done with that. Exhale through the right side. Soften the control of the breath. Gently lengthen the spine and soften the shoulders and the face. Breath breathing itself. Awareness inside the body. The awareness is key because, of course, we can't change a behavior if we don't know that we need to change it. So first awareness, first noticing, and then with increased noticing, you gently build the possibility of taking a new approach. And the new approach might feel effortful, but it should not harm you. So find the way to practice tapas, put in an appropriate effort, but in a way that doesn't cause any harm. No strain. This is a lifelong effort. So start with something small and gradually increase your ability to notice, to be aware of actually what's happening. That's first. And then once you've cultivated that ability, that awareness, then you begin to work at reacting in a more conscious way. Prepare to come out of the practice, gently opening your eyes, bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra at the front of the chest. And make a little sankalpa, a little intention for yourself to start where you are in this process. If where you are starting is just trying to be aware of what you're doing as you go through the day, that's the place to start. If you've already cultivated some awareness, then you can start to make changes. Maybe don't respond quite so quickly. Take a little breath if something pricks you. And if that doesn't happen, notice what you did and feel you begin to identify that samskara. Oh, this is what I do in that situation. Only after the awareness is there can we make the change. So again, start where you are with the process, begin noticing those samskaras. Thank you. Namaste. Have a good week, everybody. Um, we're on for yoga at Conklin Hall on Thursday. However, no Pilates. I'll be away for the weekend. And I hope to see all of you back here